Hello, this is Shimmel. Now I'm telling about top 5 unexplained mysteries of the world, explained. Number 1. The unexplained mystery of crop circles. Where? The first crop circle, recorded in 1966, was discovered by an Australian sugarcane farmer who claimed to see a flying saucer spaceship rise up from a swamp before flying away. What's the story? Early crop circles were primitive circular patterns of flattened crops, often created in mysterious circumstances overnight, and attributed to aliens. They began at a time when flying saucers were hugely popular in sci-fi literature and movies. Over the decades, crop circles have evolved to be increasingly complex. Today, they appear in the form geometric shapes like the DNA double helix, or fractals like the Nautilus shell. Crop circles explained. The most compelling aspect of crop circles is the complexity and the speed at which they appear. But they lost this appeal overnight when, in 1991, two men from Southampton, England, admitted they had been creating hoax crop circles for 15 years. But they lost this appeal overnight when, in 1991, two men from Southampton, England, admitted they had been creating hoax crop circles for 15 years. The pair were able to make intricate patterns using planks, rope, hats and wire, and could create a 40-foot circle in 15 minutes. The only reason they came clean was because one of the men was running up considerable mileage on his car and had to convince his wife he wasn't having an affair. He still publicly demonstrates the art today. Tell me more. Another popularly held belief is that flying saucers leave nitrate deposits at crop circle locations. Sample testing has indeed found nitrate in the ground at multiple sites. But far from proving chemical evidence of alien visitation, this is the mark of farmers using nitrate-based fertilizers to grow their crops. Number 2. The unexplained mystery of UFOs. Where? The first reported sighting of a UFO came from Texas in 1878, when a local farmer reported seeing a large, dark, circular flying object flying at wonderful speed. What's the story? In the 1950s, the number of reported UFO sightings went through the roof. The most common kind were flying saucers, described to have auto-maneuvering capabilities beyond any man-made aircraft. UFOs explained. The acronym UFO stands for Unidentified Flying Object, so in the sense that these flying objects are unidentified by the viewer, UFOs are very real. However, countless UFO sightings can be later identified as dust on the camera lens, airplanes, helicopters, weather balloons, comets, meteors and even planets that can be seen with the naked eye. Tell me more. Today, there appears to be some pretty astounding video and photo evidence of alien spacecraft. Of course, there's also the movie Independence Day. Hoaxes are the best explanation for computer-generated images of UFOs. Number 3. The unexplained mystery of the out-of-body experience. Where? For thousands of years, countless individuals from cultures around the world have reported what we now term as out-of-body experiences. Because it feels surreal, it's interpreted as a literal separation of a mind or soul from the physical body. What's the story? Such an event appears to be strong evidence for a spirit world, afterlife, and even alternate dimensions in which other intelligent beings exist. Could the OBE really prove the existence of life after death? Out-of-body experiences explained. As a lucid dreamer, I'm familiar with the out-of-body state. It all takes place inside the grand theater of your mind. Just practicing a wake-initiated lucid dream wild can induce an OBE, which exists on a spectrum of sleep-wake borderland experiences, near sleep paralysis. Instead of projecting your awareness into a fanciful dream world, as in a wild, you find yourself aware of the sleep paralysis which prevents you from acting out your dreams. You're in a replica of your bedroom, floating above your body. This is spurred by diminishing bodily sensations as you fall asleep physically. Tell me more. Convinced that the experience is real, out-of-body explorers have long tried to prove its validity by trying to obtain data from faraway locations. Unfortunately, nothing definitive has emerged under the necessary scientific conditions to lend credence to the true OBE state. Number 4. The unexplained mystery of pyramid power. Where the pyramids of Giza in Egypt really are something special. We still don't really know how the Egyptians built the largest pyramid of all, known as the Great Pyramid of Cheops, or Khufu, some 5,000 years ago. Remember, this was even before the invention of the wheel. The Pyramid of Cheops is the size of a 40-story building and covers an area big enough to fit 10 football fields in it. More than 2 million stone blocks were used to make the pyramid, each weighing 2 to 5 tons and cut from a distant limestone quarry on the other side of the Nile. Experts reckon it took 400,000 men some 20 years to complete. What's the story? Engineering feats aside, these structures are claimed by some to possess the unexplained phenomenon of pyramid power. In the 1940s, a Czech radio engineer named Karel Doktoval claimed that small pyramids of the same relative dimensions as the Great Pyramid on a 1 to 1,000 scale could sharpen razor blades. His explanation was that the pyramid shape focuses cosmic energy when precisely aligned on the north-south axis, which can renew the crystalline structure of steel. Pyramid power explained. Despite the claims of Doktoval and others, there is no scientific evidence that pyramid power exists. It is a cut-and-dry myth, presumably driven by the compelling nature of pyramids and their ancient, unexplained origins. But as the Skeptics Dictionary enthusiastically points out, that almost anything in the universe can be found to have interesting mathematical proportions or be related to several interesting mathematical formulae is of little interest to pyramidists. Tell me more. As the neurologist Terence Hines wrote, pyramid power became quite a craze in the world of pseudoscience for a brief time in the mid-1970s. The idea was that the pyramidal shape itself was magical and filled with a mysterious energy and power. Pyramid power claims have actually been tested. In 1973, Alter and Simmons showed that pyramid-shaped containers were no more effective than any other shape at preserving organic matter, flowers or meat placed in them. Nor did putting dull razor blades in a pyramid-shaped holder restore them to sharpness. Number 5. The unexplained mystery of the Belmez faces. Where? In 1971, in the small Spanish village of Belmez, Maria Pereira claimed a human face spontaneously appeared on her cement kitchen floor. It wasn't long before destroyed the floor and replaced it, and a new face promptly appeared. What's the story? More and more faces continued to appear on the floor of Pereira's kitchen, attracting thousands of visitors every day. Some were male, some female, some large, and some small. In time, she discovered that the house, built around 1830, apparently stood above a graveyard used by the Romans, Spanish Muslims, and then medieval Christians. Paranormal fans suggest that the faces were manifested on the floor by telekinesis. This notion was based on claim that the expressions on the faces used to change with the mood of Maria Pereira. The Belmez face is explained. For a long time, skeptics suspected that Maria Pereira painted the faces herself. But this didn't really add up, because she never benefited financially from all the attention. She lived a simple life in that same house and eventually died in 2004. Tell me more. It wasn't until recently that technology could explain this mystery. Scientific analysis of the molecular changes in the whitewash proved that some fakery was involved. Many now believe that the paintings were actually created by Maria's mischievous son, Diego Pereira, who dedicated years to spooking his long-suffering mother. Thanks for watching my video. How is it? Please comment, keep sharing. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Good luck.